I can be such an idiot sometimes. Oh, you're not down yet. Hi there, Fader Note here. Welcome to the first nighttime recording. Yes, as you saw before we started the video, I put in all the Trinity marks that I missed. 2 of them were stupidly obvious, and I was like, well, how did I not get them? Anyway, all the Trinity marks are done. And you can see I started at the Colosseum. Let's get back into it. Let me turn all that down, jeepers. I was afraid to come to the Colosseum because I was afraid a cutscene was gonna play, but apparently it did not. So I'm glad because we're not starting any of the hidden bosses. My last video should have told you what we're doing with the hidden bosses. Anyway, gonna go back to Traverse Town to relax for a bit. We finally got all the Trinity marks, got all the Dalmatians. The only thing that's not story related that we have to do is the hidden bosses, which is not gonna happen. As you saw in my last video, I told you that I'm gonna be leaving the hidden bosses until I have fully leveled up, or I'm ready to level up. Hello, I'm here to shop. Because we're gonna start going to the final area. Alrighty, how many do we have? We have 27, 19, 16. Oh, you know what? We can use more eaters. 16. Got 17, 18, 19, 20. We need 20 of those. Yeah. Ooh, we can use more tents. Tents, please. No. Let's get 10 more tents. 10 more tents. Oh no, ooh, wait. Let's get 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more tents. 10 more camping sets. We're gonna need that. Alright. Oh my god, spring hammer. These all reduce his magic, and I want him to have magic. Ooh, Abbott Shield also. Best suited for defense, also powerful assault weapon by 4,000. We could sew. Sure. What do we not need? If we have the firewall ring, so that. Thank you. Oh no, I saw. Whatever. Okay. There we go. I want to buy. Okay. I'm gonna check out this Abbott Shield. Are we freezing, game? Nope, but pretty good. Equipment, Goofy. Shield sucks. Can I sell it back? I don't want to buy anything. Get out of here. I want to sell. Can I sell it back, Goofy? What do you want to sell? I want to sell his shield back. Can we do that? I thought we can. Yeah, we can. For half the price. There we go. Okay, we're good. Never mind. Go. Go. Shoo. Shoo. Okay. So before we go, I keep putting this off every single time. I keep doing it. We are going to the journal. And you can see we have Mickey here, the Mickey ears. But we are finally gonna do the Sora story. So sit tight, this is a reading spot. So Donald and Goofy abandoned Sora and sided with Riku. This is just like a brief summary of what the story is about. This was at Hollow Bastion, when they found out that he was the true Keyblade Master, which is actually true. He wasn't bluffing. Again, you gotta read the entire Kingdom Hearts story to do that. You kind of find out in Birth by Sleep, but we're not going to be doing that for a while. To put it blunt, Birth by Sleep is supposed to be the very first one in the series, based on what I read. What I read. I don't know if that's true, but it's based on what I read. It's Birth by Sleep, and then I think it's Kingdom Hearts 1, and then Chain of Memories. I don't know when Dream Drop Distance happens. I don't know when. I think it's called 365 by 7 days. I think it's something like that. And I don't know when Recoded happens. Those are like the three that are like the off-put for me. Anyway, Sora was disheartened by the betrayal, but was soon encouraged by the beast to go on. Though Riku now wielded the Keyblade, Sora faced him boldly. Moved by his courage, Donald and Goofy rejoined Sora and helped him regain the Keyblade. After defeating Maleficent, Sora and company encountered Ansem, their most powerful enemy yet. Ansem had possessed Riku's body and now revealed a startling truth. Kairi's missing heart lay deep within Sora's, which is why she disappeared way in the beginning, like I think part 2. When we first got the Keyblade, she disappeared because she went into Sora, and that's why Sora could see her in some of those cutscenes. To free Kairi's heart, Sora unlocked his own with the Keyblade, destroying himself. Having regained his heart, Kairi awakened. Having regained her heart, Kairi awakened. Her power, along with that of the other maidens, completed the final keyhole to the darkness. Somehow, Kairi, Donald, and Goofy escaped from Ansem. On the way out of Hollow Bastion, they ran into a lone Heartless who turned out to be Sora. Kairi's deep feelings for Sora resorted him. Now they must stop Ansem from destroying the worlds. There's your summary. Okay, so this is the summary from way back when that I'm supposed to be doing, but I keep forgetting. So in the deep jungle, this happened way more parts ago. Sora and his friends sought to reach the gorilla's nesting grounds, but Clayton, possessed by the Heartless, stood in their way. He abducted Jane and hunted down the gorillas. In the final showdown, Sora and company defeated Clayton and an invisible monster named Stealth Sneak. Stealth Sneak. Sora finally gained Kerchak's trust and was allowed to go to the nesting grounds. Tarzan led everyone to the cabin with the mysterious keyhole. When Sora sealed it with the Keyblade, he found an unusual gummy block. Although Sora and the others couldn't find their friends, the new gummy block should help them get to another world. Sora, Donald, and Goofy said goodbye to Tarzan and the others and continued with their journey. Okay, Agrabah. Hoping to take over Agrabah, Jafar took Jasmine and the lamp with him to the Cave of Wonders. Sora and his friends followed him there, where they encountered Maleficent. They learned that Maleficent and Jafar were rounding up the 7 princesses, Jasmine being one with the power to open the final keyhole. With Genie at his side, Jafar attacked Sora and company. Somehow they defeated him, but could not find Jasmine. She had been abducted by someone else, which later we find out it was Riku. They returned to Agrabah, where Aladdin freed Genie with his final wish and asked him to help Sora find Jasmine. Genie agreed and joined the party. Monstro! Inside Monstro, Sora and his friends ran into Pinocchio and Geppetto. Pinocchio wandered off, and when Sora found him, he also found Riku. It was a strange reunion, and Riku suddenly ran off with Pinocchio. Baffled by Riku's behavior, Sora followed them. Amidst all the chaos, the Heartless attacked Pinocchio attacked Pinocchio and left him lying motionless. Did he consume his heart? No way. His heart survived and will remain strong as long as I do my duty as his conscience. Yeah, because remember, this is Jiminy writing this journal. Pinocchio awakened when I called his name. Riku fled the scene, leaving Sora bewildered by the change in his friend. Okay, 100 Acre Woods. Sora was whisked away in the world of the 100 Acre Woods inside a book in Merlin's house. There he met Winnie the Pooh, who said all his friends had vanished. Some of the book pages had been torn out, taking his friends with them. Sora collected all the scattered pages and brought Pooh and his friends back together. A happy ending, yes. Atlantica. Ariel, a princess of Atlantica, yearned to go to the other world, but her dream could not be realized as King Triton, her father, forbids such nonsense. Ursula took advantage of this to coax Ariel into leading her to Triton. Sorry, that's like tongue twister there. When she then seized herself to atone for her mistakes, Ariel went to Ursula's lair with Sora, Donald, and Goofy to retrieve the Triton. There we go. After her morals were defeated, Ursula used the Triton's power to become a giant, but was vanquished in the end. With the Triton's power, Sora found the keyhole and sealed it. Halloween Town. Jack the Pumpkin King of Halloween Town worked with Dr. Finkelstein and created a heart to control the Heartless for the Halloween festival. Oogie Boogie plotted to use the heart to take over Halloween Town and had Lock, Shock, and Barrel steal it. When Sora and the company arrived at his manor, Oogie Boogie tried to summon a swarm of Heartless with the heart, but failed. Evidently, the heart was incomplete. After Sora and his friends defeated him, Oogie Boogie turned into a giant monster, becoming one with this manor. However, he would be in yet again and disappeared along with the manor. Sora sealed the keyhole in Halloween Town. Yay! Okay, Neverland. Sora and company trapped inside Hook's ship searched for Kairi and Wendy, who were locked away somewhere below deck. When they found them, they learned that something was wrong with Kairi. She remained dormant as if she had lost her heart. We found that out already. This is just a reminder. Just when Sora thought Kairi was within reach, Rico snatched her away. Sora and the others pursued them to the main deck where Hook and his men were waiting. With Peter Pan's help, they defeated the pirates, but Rico and Kairi were nowhere to be found. For now, Sora could only hope to see her again. When he sealed the keyhole at the clock tower, Sora found a gummy block where he'd be able to find Kairi. Again, with this new block, we already did. With Tinkerbell now in the party, one of the best summons, Sora and his friends continue with the journey. Okay, now Ansem's report. We have 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. So hopefully we can get some inside of this. And then we have the characters. So let's go. Ansem's report. Much of my life had been dedicated to pursuit of knowledge. That knowledge was guarded this world well. Not a soul doubts that. I am blessed with my people's smiles and respect. But though I am called a sage, there are things I do not understand. I believe darkness sleeps in every heart, no matter how pure. Given the chance, the smallest drop can spread and swallow the heart. I have witnessed it many times. Darkness of the heart. How is it born? How does it come to affect us so? As ruler of this world, I must find the answers. I must find them before the world is lost to those taken by the darkness. The shadows that crawl beneath the castle, are they the people who lost their hearts, or incarnations of darkness? Or something entirely beyond imagination? All my knowledge has provided no answer. One thing I am sure of this, that they are entirely devoid of emotion. Perhaps further study will unlock the mysteries of the heart. Fortunately, there are no shortage of test samples. They are multiplying on the ground even as I write this report. They still need a name. Those who lack hearts. I will call them the Heartless. So that's where they come from. To study the Heartless behavior, I picked one out for observation. It wiggled its antenna as if sensing the target, heading deeper into the castle. In the deepest part of the castle, its antenna began vibrating as if it was searching for something. Suddenly, a strange door appeared. I'd never known of its existence. It had a large keyhole, but didn't seem to be locked, so I opened the door. What I saw on the other side mystified me. What was that powerful mass of energy? That night, I observed a great meteor shower in the sky. Could it be related to the door that I have opened? Now, remember that during the meteor shower is when Kairi ended up being at Sora's Island. So that's a little interesting. Again, it might be confusing, but I'm still confused on the story, and I play most of the games. I am now studying materials from the meteors that rained down that fateful night. What I find? What a find! The materials is foreign in our world. It is elastic to the touch. There we go. And when two pieces are combined, they bond easily. None of the records I've scoured, so I even mentioned it as a substance. Was it introduced to the world when I opened the door? I wonder how many other such materials drift through the atmosphere of this tiny world. I wish I could store off and find out. Could there be uncharted worlds up there? My curiosity never ceased to grow, but I should stop speaking of such unrealistic dreams. For now, there is no way to venture outside this world. My people and I are all but prisoners of this tiny place. Oh, don't go lose hope, man. Okay, simply astounding. Today I had a guest from another world. He is a king, and his vessel is built of the material and composed the meteors. He called the pieces gummy blocks. It seems that my opening that door has opened a path to inner world travels. We talked for countless hours, but one story in particular caught the interest, that of a key called the Keyblade. The Keyblade is said to record phenomenal power. One legend says its wielder saved the world. Another says that he wrought chaos and ruin upon it, which is what Triton was technically talking about when he found out what he was talking to Sora after he destroyed that little thingy. I must know what this Keyblade is. The key opens the doors. A key opens doors. It must be connected to the door that I have opened. A king from another world. I wonder who that is. Okay, I'm not going to be coy. If you don't know, you don't know. Characters. So Sora. Sora, the one who fights the Heartless, upon reclaiming the Keyblade from his rival Riku, Sora sacrificed his heart to free Kairi and became a Heartless. Kairi's deep feelings for Sora restored him. Now he must confront Ansem, the Seeker of Darkness, which we're going to do. Riku. When Kairi lost her heart, Riku allied himself with Maleficent to save her. Riku was actually the rightful master of the Keyblade, but once he chose darkness over light, the weapon chose Sora instead. Ansem exploded Riku's weakness of heart and possessed him. Yeah. Kairi, Sora, and Riku always hung out together when the island vanished. Kairi lost her heart. It turned out that it was hidden within Sora's. As one of the princesses with the power to unlock the secret keyhole, Kairi restored Sora's heart when he was turned into a Heartless. Donald Duck. Royal magician, skilled in magic but short-tempered and stubborn. Because Mickey said to follow the key bearer, he once left Sora to follow Riku. But his friendship soon led him back to Sora. Yep, and then we read about the debut. Goofy. Captain of the Royal Knights, he avoids fighting whenever possible, even though he is amazing at fighting. Mickey, most loyal subject. Because Mickey said to follow the key bearer, he once left Sora to follow Riku, but friendship soon led him back to Sora. Yeah, and he was the one that was a little resistant with it. Snow White. A beautiful princess, gentle and pure as snow. She is one of the princesses needed to open the final keyhole and was captured by the Heartless. Her world was already been swallowed by the darkness. I think this is the very first Disney movie. It's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, 1937. Cinderella. A hardworking young girl who is often bullied by her mother and stepsisters. She is one of the princesses needed to open the final keyhole and was captured by the Heartless. Her world has already been destroyed. Yep, Prince Charming first swept her away in Cinderella 1950. Aurora. A young woman she's like my second favorite Disney princess. The first one being Jasmine. Because she's so sassy. She is led by all three good fairies and cursed by Maleficent, the sorceress. Captured Aurora to help open the final keyhole. She and her first encounter with Maleficent in Sleeping Beauty, 1959. Got Belle. A brave and intelligent young woman who understands the beast's true nature. She is one of the 7 princesses needed to open the final keyhole. She and the beast have lost their world to the darkness. She appeared at the beast's castle for the first time in The Beauty of the Beast, 1991. And then Beast, a prince who was changed into a hideous beast because of his selfish heart. Belle has helped heal the loneliness he suffered due to his ugliness. To save Belle, he made his way to Hollow Bastion alone. He was first enchanted by Belle in Beauty and the Beast. Yep. Maleficent, a sorceress of awesome power. Good job, Jiminy. She tried to use the Heartless for her own evil ends, but the Heartless were actually using her. She turned into a huge dragon when cornered by the Sword and his friends. She first appeared to curse Aurora in Sleeping Beauty, 1959. Dragon! Maleficent became a huge dragon when the Keyblade, released the darkness in her heart. The dragon wielded both Maleficent's power and the terrible force of the darkness. Maleficent's powerful alter ego first appeared in Sleeping Beauty, 1959. Then Ansem. As a researcher and ruler of his world, he studied the Heartless and delved into many secrets of the world. While studying the heart and the darkness within it, he was possessed by darkness and ultimately destroyed his own world. He sacrificed his body to attain great power and later possessed Riku's to regain a physical presence. Failure to stop him means the end of all worlds. Don't love the music. Dumbo! A baby circus elephant. He was taunted because of his huge ears, but his talent for flying made him the star of the circus. Yep, and then it tells you the buttons on how to use him. Bambi! A young deer, son of the great sage who rules the forest. He prance around and gives you items. the more foes Sora defeats, the better the items become. The type. So he's like one of the good summons. So him, Tinkerbell, and I think Genie are like one of the best ones. Alice fell down a rabbit hole into Wonderland, arrested on suspicion of trying to steal the Queen's heart. Sora and his friends proved her innocence, but the Heartless captured her as part of their plan to open the final keyhole. She fell down the rabbit hole in Alice in Wonderland, 1951. Yep. I think we got that. Tarzan. A young man raised from infancy by gorillas. His gorilla mother is Kala. Tarzan spoke only the language of the apes until he met Jane. Since then, he's learning to speak English at an astonishing rate. He swung onto the screen in Tarzan 1999. Hey, I was born before that. A couple years before that, so I could have seen it. Jane Porter, a naturalist who's in the jungle with Clayton, her guide to study gorillas. She met Tarzan in the jungle and is gradually teaching him about human ways. She's courageous and would face any danger for her research. Exploring the jungle, she encountered Tarzan. 1999. Boop. Clayton. A veteran hunter, Jane's guide on her expedition to the jungle. He thinks of animals only as prey. His lust for power and darkness in his heart attracted the Heartless, and they used him for their own evil purposes. Yep. He first set his sights on the apes in Tarzan. Took. See, I don't know why I was being an idiot when I was younger, but I always thought Took was a boy when I was younger. Like, I don't know why. Maybe because of the name. And when I'm back then, I used to always go by names for genders and not by the way they look. So I always thought Took was a guy name. I guess. I don't know. I was weird. So, a young female gorilla and Tarzan's close friend. She is protective of the other young gorillas and acts as their leader. Unlike the other gorillas, her curiosity about humans is greater than her fear of them. She was up to some monkey business in Tarzan. Yep. Kerchak. Kerchak, boss of the gorilla pack. He was against letting Tarzan join the group, but Kala's resolve won him over. Kerchak worries that Tarzan's contact with people would bring danger to the gorilla community. He established himself as leader of the pack in Tarzan. Kala. The gorilla who found Tarzan in the jungle. She was always helped and defended him even when he was scorned by the others. Kala is not happy about Tarzan's contact with people, but she knows it's important to him. She was second banana in Tarzan 1999. Sabor. A leopard feared by all who live in the jungle and an enemy of Tarzan and the gorilla. Sabor is a cunning hunter who targets the weak and the helpless. Okay, he stalked into the scene in Tarzan 1999, so it's a guy. Okay. It sounded like a guy, like... I was like, is the boy a guy or girl? It's a guy. Aladdin, a young man... Like I said, I go by names, I don't go by looks. A young man living in Agrabah, he helped Sora defeat Jafar and use his last wish to release Genie from the lamp. Aladdin asked Sora and his friends to help save Jasmine, who had been abducted. Ah! Where do we have to go? Oh my gosh, we have a whole bunch. Okay. Let's go. This is Reading with Fatal Nerd. The spirit of the magic lamp, Genie. The spirit of the magic lamp, who has been freed by Aladdin with his third wish. Genie has joined force with Sora and his friends to rescue Jasmine from captivity. Yep, and then Aladdin 1992. I wasn't born yet. Jasmine, spirited princess of Agrabah, longing for a life of freedom, she slipped away from the palace and encountered Aladdin, who she quickly grew fond of. As one of the princesses with the power to open the keyhole, she was abducted by Jafar and the Heartless. 1992. Jafar, the vizier of Agrabah, he joined forces with Maleficent and tried to control the Heartless. He gained control of the lamp, became a powerful genie, but was defeated by Sora and his friends. Jafar Genie. With his last wish, he became an all-powerful genie himself, but he forgot that all genies share the same fate, to serve whoever controls the lamp. In the end, his lamp became his prison. He played the villain in Aladdin. Abu! Aladdin's faithful furry sidekick. Abu's size and ability make him valuable in tight spots. He's got a weakness for jewels and treasure, and when he is around them, he can't think of anything else. He was all monkey business in Aladdin. Iago. Jafar's cunning Cartery Parrot, he's Jafar's eyes and ears as he flies around Agrabah, spying on his master's enemies. Iago takes after Jafar with the penchant for intrigue and evil. He squatted around in Aladdin 1992. Carpet, a magical flying carpet loyal to Aladdin. Carpet can carry passengers over the vastness of the desert at great speeds. The Heartless had Carpet pinned to the floor under her chest. Yep. Pinocchio. He was crafted by Geppetto. The Blue Fairy brought him to life to answer Geppetto's prayers for his son. He must learn courage, kindness, and honesty to prove he's worthy to be a real boy. It is my job to keep him out of trouble. There were no strings to hold him down in Pinocchio 1940. Geppetto, the kind, gentle clockmaker, all his skills went into making Pinocchio. When the little puppet disappeared, Geppetto set out to find him, but he and his tiny boat were swallowed by the monster the whale. He provided shelter in Pinocchio 1940. Jiminy Cricket, yeah, we know who you are. Okay, we're going on to Agrabah. Ariel, Triton's youngest daughter, Ursula tricked her into helping steal the Trident. With help from Sora and the others, all was put right. Still, she never stopped dreaming of exploring the world from outside her father's palace. Her voice enchanted us in The Little Mermaid. King Triton, King of Atlantica, who is backed by the power of his Trident. He has forbidden Ariel to have any contact with outsiders, which only led her to her yearn to grow even stronger. He ruled the seas in The Little Mermaid. Ursula, she deceived Ariel and stole the Trident to take over Atlantica. Using its power, she became an enormous monster and battled Sora, Goofy, and Donald. Sebastian, Triton's concert master and musical genius, the little crab is also responsible for keeping an eye on Ariel to ensure her safety. Whenever she leaves the palace, he's on pins and needles. He conducted himself in The Little Mermaid. Yep. Flounder, Ariel's trusted friend. Flounder will do anything for her. He's small and not exactly brave, but he'll never leave Ariel's side even when it means facing danger. He appeared. Jetsam, Ursula's lackey, along with Flotsam, an evil moral hero. Jetsam is a smooth talker who loves to deceive. His specialty is using empty promises to lure unexpected mermen and mermaids to Ursula's clutches. Flotsam, lackey, yep, moral hero. Flotsam is a smooth talker, so basically the same thing as Jetsam. Jack Skellington, a pumpkin king. The Pumpkin King. He loves to scare people out of their wits. Headstrong, confident, and like grand gestures. He was working night and day to make this year's Halloween festival the greatest. He skilled up some fun in Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas, 1993. Good? We're almost there, guys. Sally, Dr. Finkelstein's creation. She's patched together from parts that sometimes come off and move about on their own. She loves Jack and tries to steer him in the right direction, though it doesn't always work. Yep. Oogie Boogie, the villain who tried to take over Halloween Town. The horror he stole from Dr. Finkelstein attracted the Heartless, and the result was his doom. He came apart at the seams in 1998. Dr. Finkelstein, a mad scientist who created a heart to help Jack control the Heartless dancing. Sally is another of his creations. She helps him around the lab, but she much rather spend time with Jack. He created some scares. Zero, Jack's ghost dog. He comes out of his grave whenever Jack calls. He's very loyal to his master and loves it when Jack plays with him. Don't all dogs love it when the master plays with when the human plays with them? Okay, Locke, the ringleader of the trio that includes Shock and Barrel. The walking bathtub helps them get around while they commit all kinds of mischief. They sometimes help Oogie, but they're not really fond of him. Yep. Great to have it. Shock, along with Locke and Barrel, she's part of Oogie Boogie's plot to take over Halloween Town. Shock is the most cunning member of the trio. She keeps it cool when the other two are losing it. Yep. Creating havoc. Barrel, the member of the trio that includes Locke and Shock. He's a little slow and often ends up as the butt of his partner's pranks and practical jokes. Aw, poor guy. The mayor, the two-faced mayor of Halloween Town. He switches from his happy face to his sad face depending on his mood, which changes constantly. He's working with Jack to make this year's festival the best ever. Yeah, he appeared. Alright, we're on Neverland, and then we're going on to 100-Acre Woods. Peter Pan, the flying boy from Neverland, where no one ever grows up. He can be stubborn, but he's also fearless and has a strong sense of justice. He snuck on board Hook's ship to rescue Winnie, who was captured. He led the Lost Boys in Peter Pan, 1953. So these are all Peter Pan. Think about the little pixie from Neverland. Peter Pan asked her to accompany Sora and her friends on the quest, but she's anxious to see Peter. She can restore parties and prevent from being defeated through only once. Yeah, so if the game considers you defeated, she gives you full health, but she disappears. Wendy, a dreamy girl who wished to visit Neverland, came true. Peter Pan showed her the way, but she got caught up in Hook's vendetta against Peter and was kidnapped by Hook. Captain Hook, the pirate with a grudge against Peter Pan, who caused him to lose his hand to a crocodile. He drew in his lot with Maleficent and the Heartless, but ended up being chased over the horizon by the crocodile. At least he's not dead like the other bad guys. Mr. Smee, Hook's first mate. He lives to take orders from Hook, but he's as slow-witted as Hook is obnoxious. They have a good thing. The crocodile, a sea-going reptile big enough to swallow a man whole, and he's always hungry. He's got a taste of Hook once and never forget it. Hook can tell when he's nearby by the sound of the clock ticking away in his stomach. Wasn't there a story about him eating the clock or something? I don't remember. Winnie the Pooh! The little bear living in the 100-Acre Woods. His favorite food is honey. Being a bear of very little brain, he is a bit absent-minded. Sometimes he even forgets what it was he was trying to remember. Oh, 1966, that's when it happened. Piglet, Pooh's best friend in the 100-Acre Woods. Tiny, timid Piglet is startled by just about anything. When that happens, he covers his eyes with his floppy ears. Aww. He appeared on Wednesday in the Winnie the Pooh and the Blustery Day, 1968. Tigger! Tigger loves to bounce more than anything. Sometimes his bouncing gets out of hand, but he doesn't mean any harm. Beneath that happy-go-lucky exterior beats a sensitive, gentle heart. He bounced onto the scene in Winnie the Pooh. Of the many adventures of Winnie the Pooh, love it. The wisest resident of the 100-Acre Woods. Whenever anyone has a question he cannot answer, he asks Owl, though Owl isn't always right. Owl likes to talk, but sometimes he puts his listeners to sleep. And I, right before we went to Disneyland, that was, the movie I watched was the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. It was a very fun, nostalgic moment. Rabbit is an earnest, hard-working member of the 100-Acre Wood community. He keeps to himself, but lends a hand when others need him. He is not always comfortable around the exuberant Tigger. Yep. Eeyore. Timid, retiring Eeyore lives in a little house in the roots of a tree. His tail is held on by a tack, but it keeps falling off and getting lost. Now he wanders the woods looking for a new home. He reluctantly appeared, 1966. And Roo. We're not going to see Roo's mom. Roo dreams of bouncing as well as Tigger someday. He's mischievous and energetic and fearless, but grows uneasy when Tigger's not around. Yeah, I don't think we're going to see his mom. Okay, now we have the Heartless. So we learned about these. Yellow Oprah. We attacked 176 of them. Spellcasting Heartless, besides attacking with thunder, they hold themselves against the enemy. They absorb thunder attacks. Yeah, but I don't know how to counter-attack them. I know how to do red and blue, but I don't know how to do them. Green Recum. Spellcasting the Heartless, they heal themselves and other Heartless with Cure. They are slow-moving but hover high in the air to absorb most magic attacks. Yeah, I don't like them. Power Wild. Heartless resembling a monkey. With great physical strength and agility, they often strike with combination attacks. Avoid close-range battles with them as possible. Too bad, I like it. Bouncy Wild. Heartless resembling a monkey. Unlike Power Wilds, they attack from long range with a single shot. They scamper about during battle, making them difficult to hit. They also drop banana peels that make you trip. Sniper Wild. These are the monkeys in the District 2 of Traverse Town. Sometimes they're the ones that are really hard or really annoying once you get caught. A Heartless resembling a monkey, it roams as it pleases, rarely paying attention to its surroundings. If Sora is spotted, it will call forth numerous allies, all all armed with slingshots. I only defeated 4 of them. Oh wow, exactly 200. Air soldiers, winged, hurtless, they fly over their enemies and dive to strike them. Their high endurance and quickness make them tough to beat. They're not that bad. Bandit, hurtless that mostly appear in Agrabah, they can travel under the sand. They attack definitely with a long sword. Attack with them with caution. Fat bandit, hurtless that mostly appear in Agrabah, they are well balanced, often offensively and defensively. Besides strong attacks, they use fire and they can block attacks against them. The movement is the weakness. I think these are the secret heartless right there. Pot spider. Ordinary parts turn heartless. They lie in wait as ordinary parts and reveal themselves and attack when the enemies draw near. I only did with 79. 67. Barrel spiders. These are the ones that explode. Gunpowder barrel turned heartless. They charge into the enemy and explode. Any physical impact or fire will set them off. I wonder if you can use fire to actually set them off. Search heartless. Heartless that mostly appear in Atlantica, and then one similar also appear in Halloween Town. They roam in the dark areas and emit light from their eyes to target their enemies. They can warp from one place to another. Sea neon. Heartless resembling the jellyfish, they swim fast and attack in numbers. Overall, they are not a tough opponent. That is kind of true. Sheltering zone. Heartless resembling the jellyfish, you receive damage just from colliding with it. Really? They move slow. I thought it was done colliding with you. They move slow but break up into many sea. Oh, these are the big ones. Sea neons have struck. They fling their tentacles away to keep their enemies away. Only 13 of them. Screwdriver. That's kind of funny. Screwdriver. They don't look like screwdrivers. Okay. I think it's supposed to be a play on word to scuba diver, because that's what they kind of look like, but they have torpedoes. Heartless that attack with aqua tank. Unpredictable creatures dashing forward 1 minute, cowardly and retreating the next. They are invigorated by the sparks from aqua tank. Speaking of aqua tank, Heartless resembling the fish that calmly swims the seas, they are often carrying screwdrivers, leisurely large creatures that do not attack unless provoked. Only defeated 5? Wait, 8. Heartless that mostly appear in Halloween Town, the jerky dance like. These are the dancy pants ones that we don't like. 112. Attack moves are fairly easy to dodge but cause lots of damage. Gargoyle. Winged Heartless that mostly appear in Halloween Town, they can move from one place to another almost without notice. Since they are prone to sneak attacks, they often get caught off guard by counterattacks. Pirate. Heartless that mostly appear in Neverland, they are quite combative? Yeah, with their own swords, they often just focus on the enemies in front, making them vulnerable to attacks from behind. Air Pirate. Winged Heartless that mostly appear in Neverland, they are extremely competitive and are hardly ever caught off guard. They attack with martial arts like techniques. Battleships. Heartless that fuse together with a pirate ship, they attack with homing and magic projectiles. Attack them at close range. Yep, only defeated 7. Yeah, these ones. This one is these are all secret. I think these are the secret bosses plus the ones we have not seen in Hollow Bastion. Oh, the one because we haven't finished the game yet. So Dark Bell, that's what it is. Dark Bell, not Tingle Bell. Dark Bell. Okay. Heartless born purely out of darkness. Their movements are unpredictable as they often make sudden moves and attacks, and they can be annoying. Defender. And these guys can be annoying, but gravity can be good for them. Heartless that mostly appear in Hollow Bastion, they carry an eerie shield that casts fire and blizzard and bites nearby enemies. But if you have gravity and can get behind them, that was super easy. Wyvern? These guys are annoying, especially. These guys aren't annoying, but they're just annoying in Hollow Bastion because if you fall in Hollow Bastion, you have to climb right back up. And they're the ones that usually make you fall. Giant Heartless that attack from the air, they are quite swift for their size and are hard to attack, especially while they are high in the air. Counterattacking when they come down would be most effective. Wizard. These guys are only annoying when they are shooting thunder, because then you can't handle them. You can't attack them. Heartless that attack with various powerful spells. Eludes enemy attacks by teleporting, making them tough to beat. And they're annoying. Okay, Black Fungus. Hostile, Heartless, these are the ones that can poison you. They attack with poison. Defeating them may bring good things, but it's not easy. These are the ones that go solid, that turn like solid stone, and you can't hit them until they go back to normal. Well, Truffle. This is the one that you have to keep bouncing, keep them from touching the ground, which I failed when we were doing the Colosseum. Non-attacking, Heartless that are rarely found. They like to jump, so helping them stay in the air may bring good things. Yep. I believe the wind god, I've totally forgot what it is, arrow or arrow god, I think that's what it's called. The advanced arrow would actually help you with them because it keeps hitting the enemy. And this one you have to keep hitting them, stop time, keep hitting them, and the more hits you get, the better items you get. A colossal Heartless called forth by euphoric white mushrooms, a dancer by nature. Once it starts dancing, it cannot stop. That's your hint. Okay, red armor. A giant Heartless similar to the guard armor. It's split. This is the one that we defeated in the Colosseum. It splits into the arm, torso, gauntlets, and legs, and each with the ability of individual movements. Each body part can be found heading a team in the Colosseum tournament. Opposite armor. This is the one that we defeated in Traverse Town the second time we had to, when we were trying to lock the keyhole. There we go, in Traverse Town. Heartless that guards the keyhole in Traverse Town. It is a modified form of the guard armor, but it is more powerful. Stealth Sneak. This is the one from the deep jungle. Heartless that attuned to the darkness in Clayton's heart. It somehow manipulated the light to turn invisible and fought along Clayton. He's basically a big chameleon. Pot Centipede. This is the one that we had to fight because when Jasmine was like put into a pot and it turned Heartless. This is the one. Heartless caused by Jafar to stop Aladdin. Its long body is composed of a number of pot spiders linked together. Even if its body comes apart, can be regenerated itself by gathering other pots. Parasite Cage. This is from Monstro. Heartless that appeared inside Monstro. It's known to swallow its enemies, Sora, and the others rescue Pinocchio, who was trapped inside. That's it. The rest of them are hidden bosses or ones we have not seen. How do you like the reading? It's fun. It's been 42 minutes. Hope you enjoy my nice reading to start out this video. Now, we'll be right back. We're gonna finally go and finish this thing. Woohoo! By the way, if you have not seen the last video and you don't know why I'm not doing the hidden bosses, go see the last video. To sum it up, I'm not doing the hidden bosses until I've leveled up, but I'm finishing the game for those who want to see the ending of the game. Because it's going to take me a very, very long time to level up and to be ready for the hidden bosses. So the hidden bosses are going to be very separate and won't be for a very long time. I'm just going to finish the game for those who just want to finish the game. So, let's do this. We'll see you guys then.